All right, here we are, Pathfinder time. Got the crew back once again for another Sunday evening with Pathfinder as we continue the Abomination Vaults. Episode 84. Ah, that's quite a few episodes. You guys ready for some Pathfinder madness?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Of course, Jesse will be out for a short while for Valifor because it just had a baby girl. So congratulations to Jesse there a couple days ago. So he'll be out of it for a little bit, and we also have Dizzy coming back, making a little return here with a very, very interesting character. Should be fun. Kind of balance out the group too. We'll find out more about that character as we play, as it's revealed in play. But first, let's introduce everybody that's playing here in case anybody's missed it. We're going to start off with Kyle. What's going on, Kyle?
How you doing? I'm Kyle. I play Bjorn, our frontline combatant fighter. Gonna be stepping up with Valifor, taking a little break back at the safe room to get rid of the drain condition. Yeah, I'll be the only frontline fighter, actual fighter. And yeah, he's 7'1", 290, very thick, very stocky. He don't sneak very well. He likes to just go right at the enemy. And yeah, very religious-y type, likes to pray. Don't like demons, undead, or anything like that. He's very lawful. And yeah, we're going to see what's going on with his dark side when he enters combat. So yeah, got some interesting things going on down there.
Excellent, Kyle. And we got Rachel, of course. She missed last week, but she's in for a surprise this week. What's going on, Rachel?
Sometimes it's a blessing and a curse skipping a session, because who knows, maybe I would have died last time. We'll see how this week goes. Today, I'm playing Sundara, also known as, more commonly known as Cypher. That's her nickname. She is a level 8 elf bard rogue. She's always up to something, tries to keep some secrets. They don't always work out, but you can always count on her lying right to your face, which I hope to do more of.
I love it. I love it. Thanks for that, Rachel. And returning once again, Karma, who's quickly become a veteran of the group. What's going on, Karma?
Hello. I play Karma Sunseeker. She's the healer, cleric, war priest of the group. She came to help out the companions as she received a message from Ayamode, or she believes that she received a message from Ayamode to do so, and she wants to make sure that they maintain their living status within her presence.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, thanks, Karma. You're all set and ready to go. And of course, we have Dizzy returning after a short hiatus. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Yeah, save most of your character details. Just, your race is fine and your class even. But, let's introduce you, Dizzy. Where you been?
Well, a lot of people know that wow, I can't even speak tonight since it's been a long time.
Keeping yourself busy.
I play Thalsaria, a ranger. She is an elf. A lot of other details I'm going to keep quiet for now and let folks find out about her. So that's all I'm pretty much going to say.
Okay. All right, excellent. We're all set. And let me get back to the screen here. It is Gozrin the 8th, 4719. Right about afternoon. And the companions decided to go a little deeper, back down to the prison level. And how they got here is going to be recapped by Kyle. And you're going to get an extra hero point for that, Kyle. So you'll start off the session with 2. Everybody else starts with 1 hero point. So Kyle, give us a brief little intro, or a recap rather. What happened last time?
Well, last time we kind of picked up with the moral debate. We had previous session, before last session, we had found a tiefling wounded and wandering the hallways of the prison. We then decided we were going to pull her back to the safe room. Group was pretty split on that, whether they should escort her to safety or, just kind of be done with her right there and all of that. So, yeah, we then had a little bit of combat and all that happened. And then the next morning we woke up after rest. We escorted this lady out. I forget the tiefling's name right off the top of my head, but we escorted her out, and then we went back down, and we went back to the tavern where normally we had passed by and we could hear the ruckus and all of that of the tavern. We didn't hear that. We haven't been hearing that. We've been getting into fights with these, Morlocks and the band members and, things like that. So we decided, okay, so let's go investigate the tavern. So we did. Kind of opened the door, went in, didn't find anything, went down to the south by where the band and stuff was, went up through there, and we actually found the tavern keeper. Yeah, she gave us a lot of somewhat useful, kind of let her live. And then we came out of there and we went up to another set of doors, and we opened those doors and we found a drow, a gnome, and some other individual hanging on meat hooks, and they were still alive. So we quickly got them down. Karma did some healing on them. They were able to provide a little bit of information. The drow said he came from a city in the Underdark, many miles beneath our current feet. They had captured him and kind of strung him up on a meat rack. So kind of let them go. We continued to investigate around a little bit. Valifor opened the door covered with thick yellow spores. And that's where the trouble really began, because Valifor threw a chair in there and all these spores kind of erupted, and he kind of, took the brunt of it right in the face, literally. And Bjorn and Karma quickly slammed the door and tried to administer first aid. He was pretty well drained and pretty out of it. So we decided we were going to go back into the main tavern. Whenever we heard an individual scream, we got engaged by a couple Morlocks and a Drider. And we then proceeded to play Ring Around the Rosie with the Drider. We ran it all across the tavern, up across the backside in those little alleyway rooms. Like, we were in hot pursuit there for quite a while. And then we lost it. Karma had stayed back in the tavern in case the creature decided to double back, and she got enveloped into a darkness spell and then a fireball. So we quickly came back. Bjorn dove into the darkness after her, and we were able to secure her. And they heard voices in their heads and kind of had a really intense moment there. And then we decided we'd patch everybody up a little bit and go descend back down and continue the task and see if we can get another shard by destroying these little pixies, and which we saw a shard on. So we're kind of coming down the stairs, and that's kind of where we're picking up with.
Excellent. All right. So as a reminder here, I've got a marching order. Side by side, we got Bjorn and Karma. Second rank, we've got Cypher. Now, up to this point, Valifor had remained with you until you decided to descend. You all agreed that he would remain behind till he fully recovered from this drained effect he was under. It would take days to get rid of it. A complete day of rest would give him -1 to his drained condition, so it's going to take some time to get rid of that. That's pretty debilitating. So he remained behind, assuming at the safe room. The three of you decided to carry on and go into the depths, once again back to the level that is known as the prison. Why is it called the prison? Shackles, prisoners, torturings. Maybe that's why. You have a quest of finding these shards, which has been revealed to you, Arevian, the demon lord in charge of this level, the prison, lies beyond that wall, glowing red with unholy symbols around it. Indentions for 5 shards. How many shards do you currently have? You've been collecting them.
I think we have 3.
You also found out that although there is 5 to open the door properly, to get beyond this barrier, it only requires 4. So you're not far off. And then it's time to find this Arevian. Enemy of Jafaki, you have found out. Of course, Jafaki is no more. But it turns out the demons and the Sagathi aren't quite really friends with one another. Since Belcora fell away, died. Some of her underlings have been at war with one another, it seems. Of course, the demons are bound to this area under contract to this Belcora. So they're eternal, as far as they're concerned. You've decided to once again return to this prison level in search of another shard. You've already encountered these sister demons that are in this pool of lava flying around, saying that, oh, we're responsible for summoning the demons. Yes, we are. It's their thing. And it looks like they were in the midst of yet doing another ritual that might summon more. You didn't really ask questions. You're not sure exactly what they're doing, but you know where they are. And you've been avoiding them up to this point. They haven't pursued you. In fact, nothing seems to be pursuing you on this level. Seems to be a lot of content demons. But you know where they are. With Bjorn in the lead, you've decided to go back and hunt these 2 sister demons down and confront them and defeat them, thus giving you yet another shard. You've descended the steps back into this hellish landscape, shackles dangling from the walls. You feel the presence of red blood on these walls, an evil presence of decay and rot, dried blood. Maybe that's what gives it the red tint. Your exploration activities. Karma, I have you under Detect Magic. Would you like to keep that?
What was it that Valor used to do?
Go.
I'll do, I'm in front. Yeah, I'll just do Detect Magic. Let's keep it simple.
Bjorn, I have you searching, watching for tripwires, loose rocks, traps, ambushes.
Yep.
Cypher, you're doing an occultic investigation. Looking at the walls, the floor, symbols, anything that might give you a clue, a recall knowledge check.
Oh yeah, that sounds good to me.
Investigation. All right. As you head down this corridor, heading north at this stage, you get so far you hear something. To the north, next to an open doorway, you see setting at a corner, humming to themselves. Give me a recall knowledge society check. Cipher.
I've sent it on its way.
No idea what that tune might be, but you do sense that it has a certain structure similar to elven music. You all hear this humming, and it's coming from directly in front of you, advancing with caution. You see a head pop up from the darkness, and there, you see an elf maiden. Her hood on her cloak she pulls down to her shoulders, and she looks up at you, and you see this tattooed face, Bjorn, with your magical light filling the corridor. Greenish tinted eyes, and she has a smile, and she looks up at you. What took you so long? I've been waiting so long for you to return. Companions?
Yeah, Bjorn's gonna draw his sword. State your business here.
She laughs to herself. I am no threat to you, Bjorn. I believe that's your name. My name is Thelsaria. And she slowly stands up. You see a bow leaning against the wall. You see a long sword strapped to her side. She's dressed in rustic colors of brown and green, with a tinge of yellow here and there, adding a little color. I am no threat to you. Do you know Rin Sivixi?
Decently well.
And so-
Arthurian had quite a crush on the girl, from what I remember.
And so do I. She is a good friend of mine, and one of the reasons I am here. Plus, I know some other friends of yours you might know. But I mean you no harm. I've come to join you, Bjorn. And she looks towards the back, past Karma, and she sees Cipher. Yes, I recognize you as well. You are Sandara, known as Cipher. Are you not?
That is me.
Yes, I thought so. One of our kind. And your name is Karma, I believe, a servant of Ayamode.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
The pleasure is all mine. Unarmed, she reaches her hands forward, open. She doesn't wear gloves. You see immediately as she stretches out her hands that the tattoos that are on her face also lie on her hands. Cipher, looking close, you recognize these. You might not have recognized the music or the song, but you definitely recognize the symbols of elven origin across her hands and face. I've come to join you all, and she reaches towards you, Bjorn, and Karma as the lead, being in the lead, and for a friendly shake. Of course, Bjorn, your sword is drawn. You're looking quite threatening, but she ignores it.
Yeah, very much so. But he will shake her hand with his left hand, still kind of keeping his long sword out.
And as she takes your hand, she bows her head. Pulling away, she reaches to you, Karma, as well, to take your hand.
Karma will shake her hand too politely.
And she bows. And she looks past both of you, looks towards Cipher, who's kind of leaning against the wall, I'm sure, with her arms folded, totally disinterested. But she looks to you, Cipher, and you. And she reaches towards you with both her outstretched hands.
Cipher takes a step back. She unfolds her arms. Is like, what?
Oh, you're a secretive one, I see. That's okay. She pays no attention to it, and she turns back to you, Bjorn. Now, if you allow me, I'll join you. I have skills that might be of great need to you, all of you. I could watch the rear, I could scout to the front. I am skilled with the bow and the sword. She looks down at her sword, and you see, again, Cypher, you pick up on these cues of elven origin. You see this composite short bow, exquisitely made of horn and bone, with etchings all along its body in similar fashion to the tattoos on her face and hands. Similar is the sword, both its sheath and its handle. You see very fanciful carvings, intricate. You tell me what to do, and I will be at your service, Bjorn. If you'll have me.
I think we can use an archer. Just stay behind me and don't get in the way.
Well, of course. Thank you.
How did you get down here anyway? We didn't pass you along the way.
I have been waiting for you. I know my way around these parts. In fact, I've actually spent a great deal of time in this very cavern. And in the levels below, I might add. See, I was a prisoner, you could say. I was tortured. I was held captive here. Now I seek out the lord of this place. I believe his name is known to you as Erevian. I seek my revenge upon him. And she pulls out her left arm and once again reveals this pallid flesh. And just above the tattoo markings on her hand, you see a horrible series of scars. Almost look like they were done through branding. But there's no symbolicness to it. It's just horrible burns like she was tortured. And yes, there is more on my body. I will have my revenge on the Revian.
Indeed. Someone who has also been tortured at the hands of an enemy. Welcome to come along, but you'll have to work for it.
No doubt. I shall remain in the rear with Cypher and keep an eye towards the rear. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But I think we should make all haste and not dally too long in this dark place. I've already heard moans and screams coming from the east. We must be careful.
That's where we're going.
I would also ask you if you need stealth. I might be able to help you with that. I am particularly skilled at these caverns and know my way around quite well. So if you have need of that, let me know.
I think I can put you and Cypher to good use in that.
I'm sure you can. And she looks back to Cypher, taking up her position in the second rank. Come, Cypher, you can be in front of me. I'll be glad to watch the rear. Otherwise,
just stop and stays at like equal walking range.
Okay, side by side it is.
Side by side, yeah.
The Sis Squad is here. Okay, if we're all set, we can continue moving on. If you have any questions.
Bjorn will kind of brief her on where they're going and what they're doing. He'll kind of explain as they walk. We encountered a group of demons that were flying over a pool of magma. They appear to be summoning creatures. One of them holds a shard that we need to unlock a door. I think the plan is we're going to roast them in their lava.
Aye,
Chapt.
you speak of the demonesses, the sisters, the summoners. I know of them.
What do you know?
They are indeed what they say they are. They summon the demons here. More vile creatures, I'm sure, are to come. But I believe their latest endeavor is to make their summoning portal permanent. Perhaps,
We have no time to waste.
if they haven't done it already, that is. Yes, I think we should defeat them. I believe they also have a shard, which we need to get to Erevian, who lies beyond that portal. And she looks back towards the portal. You can tell she's in pain. And you can see her filled with a sort of bloodlust. She stares in anger towards the symbols on that wall.
Our ancestors had much the same look as you do.
She says nothing. And she turns back to follow you.
So what did you do before you came to be captured?
I was a scout in Keonan. I was abducted, I would say, by Chilaxians. And they sold me as a slave. And I found myself in the Starstone Isle. I spent years in these very tunnels, doing very minuscule things. They would occasionally torture me. I called out to my brothers, my family. I called out to Scalanus. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Yeah, as soon as she says that, Bjorn will stop dead. Kind of turn to her. Scalan.
Yes, Scalanus. I cannot speak much of him. He is my brother. He is of my blood. But he, as well, recommended I seek you out, the companions. But anyway, yes, this was many years ago. I walked amongst these caverns and hallways. I managed to escape. But I wandered yet still, blindly, it seems, especially the depths below, where some say Belcora still lives. Ah, the memories of her, I still remember. The stories. I've never seen her. As far as I'm concerned, she is dead. But who can say? So yes, I didn't scoff at the opportunity to come here, join you in this war against Belcora's minions and Erevian. And I will have my revenge. In
I
time.
was a soldier before I joined this outfit. I did a great many things that I regret. I've also been captured and been a prisoner. You have my condolences there. I can relate to some degree. Done things I'm not proud of. Things that still haunt me at night.
I can only imagine.
Stopping whatever evil is here, whether Belcora or not. That would save Botar. And that is my mission here. Redemption.
Redemption. What of you, Sandara? What is your story? How have you found yourself amongst these companions? There is a rumor that you are, in fact, the leader of this group. Yet you do not take the lead, you say very little.
Now, I don't know who you've been talking to, but they have nothing to do with my business. I do not lead anybody. In fact, I let everybody else do the leading. I'm simply here just of my own accord, and we'll leave it at that.
I see. I understand. And she looks towards your ears and just out of the blue says, you were young. Like me, almost. But I think I age a little bit more than you. What it is to be young and an elf. Humans know very little of our culture and who we really are. But I do understand you, Cypher. Sindara. I shall have your back. And you kind of get the sense, especially when she uses your first name, that she knows. That you feel a connection with her. You definitely feel the presence of the elven blood strong with her. And a sort of connection. You can feel it through the conversation. A feeling that you do not get when you speak to humans or any of the other races. Even though you hold back any, oh yeah, we're old friends, this is great, camaraderie amongst it. Even though you hold back on that, it's not your thing, we'll say. You do sense it, and you do pick up on it. In a way, the elven vibe is felt between you and her. And in a way, I imagine you kind of appreciate her company. It's been a long time since you surrounded yourself with fae. Elves. It feels kind of good. Sindara. You feel a trust. Or perhaps it's magic. Who can tell?
And this is Karma. She's much like me in that respect, just didn't go through the war. She's our healer, so if your wounds or if you're ever hurt, she will help bind your wounds.
Excellent. I do have some things on my person that might be of help as well. I am quite capable of healing to those in need as well. But I welcome your aid as well, Karma.
Twins are beyond this door. We should take a moment to prepare. Do some last-minute binding of Karma's wounds. You took quite a nasty hit there.
Alright. Let's drag out the tokens here. Blink. There you are. So if anybody wants to do any healing or any preparation before you cross through one of these portals. Of course, the sisters lie to the north. So Dizzy, your character's on the map. You should be able to access that.
I see it.
Excellent.
Did you want to do the healing, Karma, or did you want me to heal you?
Can I use treat wounds on myself?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Then I will use treat wounds on myself and Bjorn. With
That-
assurance.
Does that take 10 minutes for you, or is...
It's 10 minutes total to do up to 4 people.
Okay, wow. And then you're immune for an hour.
I think it's 15 minutes because of my perk.
Oh, you're so good. You're so
I know.
When we descend those stairs into that lava pit, we're gonna have to go through them. Have to fight our way around.
Dizzy, if you want to chime in, go for it. If there's anything you'd like to role play out, go for it now. Before we cross the threshold of battle. If you want. Gotta get my dice out here. Let's see, let's mark off some time. All right.
I had an idea, Karma. You said you had a spell prepared, Carl. Perhaps you could use it on yourself to help being close to help me if things look dire.
I do have a spell prepared for anyone who wants to fight melee range, but only one person. I'd like to use it on you.
Yes. Cypher, what else do you have prepared?
I have plenty. What's that supposed to mean?
Go.
I feel like I've given her a little bit too much attitude today.
They don't look like they're going to be an easy fight.
Well, I'm feeling well rested. Did we in fact rest in town, or when you returned the person?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, we did rest. I should have mentioned that in the recap. Sorry.
That's all right. I just want to make sure that I've got all my things reset as well. So very confidently, Cypher says, "Yes, I'm ready to go. They'll never know what hit them with all my illusion spell."
Good. Karma, you'll cast your spell on me. But sorry, stay back at the altar. Use your bow and engage from there.
She would nod as she draws her bow and prepares to engage as soon as she's given the clear.
If something goes wrong, if you hear the word pineapple from me, Karma, or Cypher, run. Don't question it, just run. I think I am prepared. Let's go.
And you'd get the impression Thelsaria's very much a team player. She doesn't hesitate. She recognizes, Bjorn, that you are somewhat the leader of this group in terms of tactics, so she's quick to respond to it, you sense. You are well trusted. So, I'll unpause the game here for you if you want to move around and do stuff before you open that door. Put yourself in your positions.
I think I'm just going to open it.
Okay.
And I'll kind of reach around Cypher and open Cypher's one as well. That way we can just go strolling in there.
Alright, so you see the carcass lying there of the former boned creature that you defeated. Smashed. And you see the double doors on the other side. Now, I believe that once you open those doors, you can actually... let me look at the description again. Because I think you can see that little platform where the creatures are from the top of the steps. I don't think you have to go down to not see them. The ceiling is 20 foot tall at the doors of this room. As the stairs descend to the platform below, the ceiling stays the same height. So it's 25 feet above the platform. The disc is at the same level as the platform. But the 15-foot gap over the magma makes it... I have to read this like 10 times to figure out what they just said. Anyway. Go ahead and move into the room.
Yep. Bjorn will head up to the other side, and he'll kind of linger there. How long does that spell last, Karma, before we have to get into combat?
I believe it is 1 minute, but I will double check.
Okay, so we can work around that.
5 minutes.
think I understand that. So the ceiling is 20 feet tall at the doors of this room. As the stairs descend to the platform below, the ceiling stays the same height. So it's 25 feet above the platform. So once you get down to that little candlelit platform, the ceiling is actually 25 feet above your heads. The disc, where those creatures are flying around, is at the same level as the platform. So the ceiling's 25 feet above there as well. But there's a 15-foot gap between. So there's a 5-foot gap above the top of these steps that you cannot see the ceiling. But you can see the platforms. You can see those creatures. As soon as you open the doors, you can see them from here. But you cannot see the last 5 feet of the wall above you. Right, I believe that's how this looks. All right, so you can see them, Bjorn, as soon as you open the doors, and they spot you immediately.
Oh, yes, you're back, I see. Come, sister. Let's see what they have to discuss now.
And that's these creatures right here. You see. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that Bjorn will kind of descend to the bottom of the steps and kind of wait for Karma to get there. Kind of once her closer, she can do her spell there.
You feel, as soon as you open the doors and descend, once again you feel the heat emanating from the lava of this chamber. It's dreadfully hot. So Thalsaria, you would move up to this position here, using the door and walls as cover.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get an armor class bonus. From this position here, you can see the demons. One of which is flying, but you can see them both from this position. And I would imagine you would have your bow knocked and ready to go.
Yep.
But you do have cover here. You're going to get an armor class bonus. Not much, +1. Cypher, you've stepped down the steps, revealing yourself.
Yes.
What have you come to discuss now?
They look to you, Bjorn. Speaking in Undercommon, I believe, or was it Draconic? What was it? I don't remember. Regardless, you can understand them.
Well, I've come for the sword that hangs around your neck. You can surrender it to me, and I can go on about my way.
I can see we have a fight on our hands, sister. Yes, we do.
And immediately they pull from their body these bows that immediately erupt in flame, just as the picture illustrates. In fact, this is what it looks like. And they slowly begin to take their positions of combat, readying their weapons.
Karma. And he's going to kind of like hold a hand back to her, the way like she can do her thing.
If you're going to do something, do it now.
Okay, I'll do it now. I'll cast Airwalk on on Bjorn.
How long does it take to do that?
1 minute. No.
1 minute. That'd be terrible.
Is it? I don't know. I can't tell.
I'll stall and I'll talk to them.
No, it's 2 actions.
Yeah.
2 actions, so it's going to take about 10 seconds, 12 seconds. For that, we're going to go in initiative. Because they're already readying their weapons to attack, which they do. So we're going to go in initiative before your spell kicks off, since you didn't make this preparation before opening the door. We're going to go by initiative. So open up your initiative trackers, and perception is the way to go. No bonus this time. Oops. Let me see here. I don't want this to screw up on me. I think these are the same creature. Or are they unique? 1 second. Nope, they're not unique. So I've got to get rid of one of them from the tracker here. Let's remove both. Let's make a duplicate. And we'll make that one invisible. That'll be for our initiative. And that's the one we'll put in the tracker. And I'll roll its initiative. Okay, let's begin the encounter. As Karma begins preparing to start the chant and the process, and they begin to pull out their bows, we're going to start with Bjorn. Bjorn, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to delay.
Okay, I'll make you invisible. Cypher.
I am going to cast some spells.
You are.
She knows when somebody's preparing a spell of their own. She can kind of see Karma's like lower lip quiver as she's about to cast something and speak. Even though Karma's totally standing in front of her, and right now I can only see the back of her head. Nonetheless, I'm going to cast Inspire Courage. I feel like now is a moment where we may need this. And in addition, she casts a slow on... Actually, I think I might be too far. 45. Alright, instead, final action will be casting Forbidding Ward on Bjorn.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright, so don't forget to put, Courageous Anthem to, to spell effect to your characters.
I think I put it on your character already. Dizzy.
Yeah, I got it there.
So let me get rid of one of them. You only have it once. Okay.
Alright, I'm trying to pump us up and encourage us. We've got this.
In elven tongue, you hear the music echo through the corridor. Telsaria. Alright, next. The sisters. Alright. Let's see. Nobody's really attacked. But they read your mind, Bjorn. They know what you're up to. The first one over here on the left pulls the bow back as if to strike with some type of ranged weapon. this flaming composite longbow.
You shall be the first victim, servant of false god.
And she looks towards you, Bjorn. And this flaming arrow cuts through the air and crashes against you with a 33.
Normal.
You feel the fire, you feel the heat. You're going to take 29 points of damage in total. Let me see here. Interesting. You've taken piercing damage, you've taken 1d6 spirit damage, and 1d6 fire damage. Let me see, is there persistence on this fire? Huh. Unholy. D6 fire. No, it doesn't do any persistent damage, but it is fire damage, part of that. So 29 points of damage total. It crashes into you. And with lightning reflexes, it loads up another and lets fly.
Feel this, servant of false gods.
And it cuts through the air with a 29.
Just barely.
Oh, wait a minute. It does say 1d10 persistent fire damage. Both of these attacks. Okay, you're taking 15 points damage. Read this. Flames of Fury. Oh, on a critical hit is the... Okay, they didn't get critical hits. Alright. And it's flying, so it's going to spend one of its actions anyway, zipping around or hovering in place. In this case, it moves over here. And the other one takes its turn. This one is going to go against you, Karma, as you are within sight. It also draws this flaming composite bow.
You and your false gods shall pay.
And one of these flaming arrows just erupts and shoots towards you, cutting through the air. Your armor class is 26. It's going to score a critical hit against you, Karma. You were not prepared for this. You're going to take 39 points of damage.
No, she's not.
Delay consequence. 1 round.
She won't take it this round. She'll take it next round.
A creature or object within range is hit by an attack. Okay. You transpose the moment that the target would be injured to later in its time stream. Roll damage normally, but do not reduce hit points or apply any other effects of the attack until the spell's duration has elapsed. When the spell ends, this is a spell, right?
Yes, this is a focus spell.
When the spell ends, the target is immediately affected by the attack, taking the damage and being affected by any additional effects. You can dismiss the spell. So 1 round?
Yep.
Okay, let me write this down. 1 round, and Karma will take 1d10 persistent fire and 39 points of damage. Piercing, fire, and spirit. And deadly. For the bow. Okay, that was its first action.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't do that again until I refocus. So sorry, Carm.
Here's something using alignment. We'll hold on to that.
What is this? What magic confronts us? Your gods, your gods.
It begins to mutter to itself. It's going to begin to chant. All right, let me measure this range here. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, I can't do that. Skip that. All right, it's going to angrily target you once again, Bjorn, sensing the source of this power. And it's going to shoot one of these bolts in your direction. And it's going to miss. It explodes on the stairs right behind you, right in front of Cypher, in fact. And it's going to fly over here. And then we're going to go to Karma.
I'm going to cast the spell that I already cast.
Right. You're going to cast it now. It takes 2
Right.
actions, you said?
Yes.
All right, so put it in the chat.
Yeah,
Whatever
I'll
it
really
is.
get.
Yeah, because there's something interesting that we both missed on that one, Fritz.
What was it?
It says you can walk on the ground like normal, but if you want to go up or down, you have to descend like steps. But if the enemies are say at like 15 feet and you climb up to 15 feet, then you can walk like normal.
This is the airwalk spell, right? We did this before.
Yep.
That's 5 minutes. Boom. Okay. The target can now. Who's the target?
Me.
Bjorn.
The target, Bjorn, can walk on air as if it were solid ground. It can ascend and descend in this way at a maximum of 45-degree angle. Yeah, we've done this before. So where would you like to walk? Well, when we get to you. You now have it on you, so there you go.
I'm gonna raise my shield, and that is my turn.
Yeah, but then I'll go.
Thalsaria, you're up. Your time has come.
I was going to cut in there.
Oh, that's right, you're on delay.
I was actually gonna wait for Bjorn to see if maybe he could try and draw the enemy out, because if I move close...
Your turn hasn't come, Dizzy. He's doing this right after Karma, so
Perfect.
your turn hasn't even arrived yet. So go ahead, Bjorn.
So yeah, I'm going to step up 10 feet, and then I'm going to walk over to this one.
All right, let's see. Yeah, you can do that. You can move straight up to him. That's within a 45. Yada da 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 da. You're hovering over the lava dangerously. You can see it below you, you Bjorn. All right.
And then I'm going to smack it.
You're gonna smack it.
I'll smack the piss out of it.
Oh.
I'm going to hear about that. Hit. Or that'll be 16 points of slashing to that one.
Okay, hold on. Don't go any further yet. 16 slashing. Minus 16. It has a reaction. Let's go back over here and see what that reaction is. Where is it? Is it a spell? Just give me a second here. I think this is it. Your creature in range damages you. Right. So it uses, from what I understand, it's going to use a spell as a reaction. It's a reaction. Put this in the chat so I can see it better. Trigger, a creature in range, which is 30 feet in this case, damages you, which you just did. You vengefully reflect your pain upon your tormentor, this servant of a false god. The target takes mental damage equal to half the amount it dealt to you when it triggered the spell. So what'd you do, 16? So half would be 8 points of mental damage comes back onto you.
As long as it takes full damage, I'm good with that.
There is a basic savings throw, I just noticed, so make your basic save.
Well,
Fortitude.
$26.
Fails. You're going to take the 8, so you're all good.
Now we're going to do it again.
Oakley boakley.
28's a miss.
Yep. By 1.
Okay. Good enough. That'll be it.
Okay, Thelsaria, now your turn arrives. Let me check your position here. You cannot see the creatures at this stage. They have moved out of your line of sight.
Which puts me at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Plus you got a low initiative. So what would you like to do? I think she would be pretty cautious about running into the fray just to get a line of sight. I don't think she would do that. I think she would hold her position with that bow at the ready. And if anything, she might actually ready an action to fire as soon as one comes within sight. And use it.
I was going to ready that action with a trigger.
Alright, you could do that. You could ready an action. It'll cost you 2 actions to do this. Just ready an action, and the trigger is going to be as soon as they come within sight. You will fire, so you'll get a shot. Just a normal shot with your bow.
Alright.
Alright. Alright, you're good. We're going to go on to round 2 then. We're going to start with Cypher. Yes.
Dreading the inevitable, Cypher's going to heal Karma's wounds as best as she can by casting Soothe.
Nice.
Healing her 27 hit points. And don't forget to attach the spell effect.
What's the spell effect?
It's a +2 status bonus to saves against mental effects. So in case they try to fear you or have any other spells.
Is there a way to do that, or do I just have to keep it in mind?
No, there's like a spell effect. It's in the chat.
It's under the description of the spell in the chat.
Oh,
Soothe.
sorry, I'm not on my game. Soothe, got it.
And then I will continue that Inspire Courage. So don't forget to drag that as well.
Was that last just a round?
Yep.
Alright, I'll drag it to yours, Dizzy, so you got another Inspire Courage. It's refreshed, basically. So every time she does that spell, just drag it to your token, Dizzy. The spell effect. So it'll automate its bonus.
Gotcha.
that lasts for a round. So every time she starts singing in Elven, it's so inspiring. Alright, Cypher's done. Okay, back to the creatures. Alright, sensing magic. Let me see here. Dispel. Alright, let's see. Damn you. We're going to start with this one over here. The far side. With its one hand, I don't know who can see this. Bjorn, maybe you can. You're right in the midst of fighting this one creature, but you might see that this one over here on the opposite side, I don't think anyone else can see this, is with its one hand, it begins to pull something from something that looks like it's long and black and stringy, like wrapped around its waist, or looped around its what looks like a belt, and it begins to pull it out almost like a lasso, and it begins to spin it in the air in your direction.
How about this, servant of false gods?
And throws it in your direction. You see this almost black stringy rope reaching towards you. This is going to be a little ranged attack here with what looks like a rope. Ooh, that's going to be a critical hit on Bjorn. Alright, I think I dragged this to your token. I think. Let's see your token here and what it says. Rope snare. You take a minus 10-foot circumstance penalty to your speed. So what happens is you see this black rope-like thing appear, and it totally wraps around your waist and your legs, and it seems to break off from what she has in her hand, this long rope-like thing. It wraps around you and then detaches itself, and she pulls it back into her hands. So basically, you're going to be minus 10 feet to your movement. When a creature escapes the effect, the detached segment of the rope withers away, blah, blah, blah. You have to try to escape this thing, the DC of which I have right here. So you just make an escape. That's how you get rid of the minus 10 penalty on you. All right, so there's that. Okay, so that was one action to do that. And let's see, it's got 2 more actions. It has to move. Can't do that. Can't do that. Let's see, is there one action spell? Damn it. Alright, it's going to fire at you with the bow. This will be its second attack. And let's see, your armor class is 27. It's a normal hit. You're going to take 19 points of damage. Fire spirit piercing. Now, when does this previous attack affect karma?
Basically, it will affect her, should affect her on the creature's turn, since the creature attacked her.
So right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, let me finish this one creature. And with its final action, it's going to hover in place. Okay, now the other creature. So Karma, go ahead and take the damage that was avoided magically previously by Bjorn. You're going to take 39 points of damage plus 1d10 persistent fire, which I'll add in a second. So just take 39.
Got it.
Let me scroll up here and find this 1d10 persistent fire. I'm going to drag that onto your token. And when your turn ends, you'll have a chance to put out those flames, and you'll also take damage first from the fire that's erupted on you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try and remember that and double check and make sure it is kicking in. All right. Let's get back to this one creature. With its one hand, as you engage it, Bjorn, it reaches towards its belt and it reaches out on its, looks like some type of long sword. So in its one hand is this bow, but in the other hand now is this long sword that immediately erupts into flame and fire.
Is that a manipulate action?
No, you can't attack somebody drawing a weapon. That is interact, I would imagine. It's not manipulate. And then it attacks. And it gets a 30. 27, it's normal. It's going to roll damage. Well, you know what? Let's go back and look that up. I don't think it is. I'm looking at the weapon's attack. Because I know you're just chomping at the bit to use that reactive strike.
I am.
Reactive strike. And you know I like to give it to you. Let's see. It has to be in a manipulate. And I think drawing a weapon. I think that's an interact. Release, ready, aid, seek, sense motive, strike. Yeah.
If you interact, that's a manipulate.
And it does have the manipulate trait.
Yeah.
If you grab an unattended or stored object, well, let me use this. You use your hand or hands to manipulate an object or the terrain. You can grab an unattended or stored object, open a door, produce some similar effect. You might have to attempt a skill check to determine if you can do so. But an interact action does have the manipulate trait, which does provoke such an attack. So I'm going to say you actually might, but don't roll yet. I've got one more spot to look at. I want to be sure. Well, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I've fought creatures that I've tried to draw a weapon and they've hit me, so...
Yeah. What do you think, Rachel? I think drawing a weapon is a provoke.
Yeah, I want to say yes, just because, yeah, it's got the interact, it's a single action, and it does have the manipulate trait. And even in the description of interact, it's exactly what's going on.
All right, go ahead, Kyle. Make your attack of opportunity before you take damage.
Yep, miss.
Okay. Then its attack gets through. Boom. That was attack number 1. It's gonna... Now, at this point here, Dizzy, you can take your reaction and shoot at this creature as it pulls away, flying to its current position.
Right.
And you can still see it, actually. So go ahead and take your shot. You get 1 normal attack.
Uh,
You didn't call out your hunted prey yet. Keep that in mind. So you gain no benefits from that ability yet. This is just a plain old attack. You could see it. Oh, just missed. Does she want to use a hero point?
I'm going to do that.
You sure? 25 is pretty high.
But doesn't hit.
It's up to you.
I'll take the risk.
Risky. Did you get a 26?
Mm-hmm.
You still missed. Still missed, and your hero point is gone. All right, your reaction is gone.
Damn it.
Okay. And we're going to go to Karma.
I am going to cast. If I'm trying to see if I'm within range of Bjorn right now. I don't think I am.
For what?
A long distance heal.
2 action heal, I think, is
30 feet.
30 feet.
Emanation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just
5 feet
right.
from you.
Gotcha. I gotta remember that that's there so I can measure things. Okay. Let's do that. Ooh. We'll do that. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
There's a lot of
I
healing.
will dance at your wedding. Yes, ma'am. Hell, I'll even bring the French maid along.
You can hear Karma chanting the name of Ayamode and reaching towards you, Bjorn, from behind you. You feel it. You feel the embrace of Ayamode around you, and you feel invigorated. You might even glow a little bit.
A little bit. I'll put my shield up and end my turn.
Alright, what was that? What was that? What did it just do there? 1d10 persistent damage. Alright, it gave you 7 points. Karma, so take 7 points of fire damage. I think you have to manually put that in there. And then, I would like you to roll a flat d20 to see if you can put out the flames. So somehow, you managed to get that spell off while you're on fire. You need a 15. You got a 14. Close, but no cigar. So then you,
Alright.
so you're going to take that again at the end of your next turn. You're going to take more D10 persistent fire damage.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Soothe, soothe. See multiple soothes on you. Get rid of one of them. Alright, go ahead, Bjorn.
I'm going to cast Battle Prayer on that one. Yeah. You can kind of see Bjorn's sword glow. Very bright hue. Kind of almost overshadows the magma for a moment before he points his blade at the creature. And a golden beam comes cascading down over top of it. That'll be 34.
Oh. Will DC. You needed a 28.
34.
So you got success. You deal 1d6 damage of the chosen alignment type, or 3d6 damage if you've legendary. So,
That would be spiritual damage.
yeah, I think this would go into the spiritual department. It might do less, like a d4, or I don't know, but roll d6.
1.
Because this does have a spirit. Alright.
Alright, and the next action. Oh, I can't get to it. Alright. Next action, I'm gonna walk my happy ass over there. And you know what's coming.
Hold on. Hold on, you maniac. Let me get rid of the hero wound. Okay, so you're waltzing along there, hoofing it. I'll get
Yep.
you.
And I will hero point that because I can't. And that's even worse.
Did you subtract your -10 from your movement?
Well, no, because yeah, the attacks wouldn't have even hit anyway. So yeah, it would have taken me 2 movements to get over there. But at least I'm over here.
Alright. Confounded strands of black hair wound around your legs, tripping you up as you run across the lava. Maybe 15, 20 feet below. Okay, you're done. We're going to go to Thelsaria. Now, first thing you want to do, Dizzy, is do that hunted prey, which you would not delay in doing. Now, in this case, you're going to say these particular creatures, Aranes, you can only do this once a day, but the thing is, you can transfer it to another creature. As long as you can see them. But there's no other creatures here, you're gonna lose this. So I'm kind of thinking maybe you don't want to cast it or use that ability here. Because if there's only these Aranes, if they're the only ones you're gonna encounter, maybe that's not the ones you wanna hook it onto. Knowing what you know about these underground caverns and the prison, these particular demons are unique. But there's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you if you want to cast it on, if you want to use it on them. Wouldn't be a bad idea. They're tough. In fact, yeah, I would say, yeah, go for it. Hunted prey, call out the Aranes creatures. Both of them will be subject to this. They are your hunted prey. You'll gain bonuses to hit them, damage, all that other good stuff. I say go ahead and do it now.
They are going to be my hunted prey. I'm going to be using my monster hunter feat that I have possessed.
Okay. So for one action, they become your hunted prey. And for free, you can make a recall knowledge check to find weaknesses on these creatures. So go ahead and do that. This is a bonus
That'd be
for Monster
religion?
Hunter. It's going to be religion. I don't think you have a lore that would pertain to this, but go ahead. Religion. This should be a blind roll, so go ahead and re-roll that. I'll let you off
Sorry
the hook
about
this time. I'll let you off the hook. I know you don't have any hero points. Should be blind. Can't be rolling ones. Come on.
It's on its way.
Can you put that ability in the chat, Monster Hunter?
Yep.
Put that in there. All right, unfortunately, this particular Aranese, these creatures here, you've never actually witnessed face to face until now. You have no idea what that weakness might be.
Alright, and then for, I think it's my second action, I'll be firing at the creature that is in with range of me, and I'm going to be using the, I think it's the Anthem of Courage, I think that's what she casted on me.
That should already be factored in when you make your roll.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. That's the Courageous Anthem, which will help you. So go ahead and shoot at him.
37.
Ooh, that is going to be a solid hit. I assume you're not using your other ability to shoot twice.
I am going to be using the ability to shoot twice.
What's it called?
It is the... Oh, I had it freaking written. It deals with perception. Hunted shot.
Haunted shot. Very good. That is going to be a hit. It's not critical. Roll your damage. 14 points. Piercing damage. That's your first attack.
Second shot coming.
Mm.
29.
29 is just enough to hit. Roll damage, normal. Points. Excellent. And you have one more action left.
Going to take a third action trying to strike it.
Okay, another shot. I think that's a miss. Yep, you just missed with that third action. Now, mind your ammo supply.
Mm-hmm.
It's deducting from that stuff, and sadly, these arrows are going to crash against the walls and shatter or fall into the lava. You're not going to be able to recover them.
Gotcha.
Right? It automatically keeps track of your ammo. All right, we're going to go to the next round. We're going to start with Cypher. Okay, Cypher. You hear arrows whipping through the air coming from behind you. You turn back quick and you see the newest companion shooting away rapidly in succession.
Doesn't feel safe with too many arrows coming from behind her.
And in front
She
of you.
she doesn't know her skill level, so she's either way. Cypher's going to hustle down the stairs, get a better look at the place, and then she's going to. There we go. And then she's going to cast Resilient Sphere on this one.
Creature immobile sphere. You create an immobile sphere of force to either trap or protect the target, blocking anything that would pass through the sphere. The sphere has armor class 5, hardness 10, and 40 hit points. Immune to critical hits and precision damage. Disintegrate. Disintegrate destroys the sphere instantly. If the target is unwilling, the effects of the sphere depend on the target's reflex save. I'm not exactly sure what you're doing.
I'm like trapping it in a bubble.
So it can't move?
Yeah. So basically, if it goes to make an attack, it's not attacking us; it's attacking the bubble because it's trapped.
Okay, it's going to use a reflex save.
Yeah.
Screw that.
So one thing that it doesn't really state is what the DC is. So I don't know if it's against my spell casting or against my class. I'm assuming it's against the spell casting DC because it is a spell.
What's the DC?
That's just an assumption. It's 26. Yeah, so if it goes to shoot an arrow, the arrow's just going to hit the sphere.
Alright, so it failed, so it's going to have a normal effect. So make a note of that. The sphere has armor class 5, hardness 10, and 40 hit points. Immune to critical hits and precision damage. So if the creature tries to attack it, which I guess it would, it's immune to critical and precision. If the target is unwilling to... Okay, blah, blah, blah. Blocking anything that would pass through the sphere. Immobile sphere. So yeah, it is trapped. Well, aren't you a smart one? Now, I would assume there's enough space in here where it can continue to fly. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just hanging out in there. Either way, it's stuck. All right. Damn it.
And I just shout out, Bjorn, take care of that one! Take it down!
Sorry.
40 hit points. Okay. Okay. Well done, Rachel. I take it your turn's done?
Yes, that was all I could do. Run in and cast Resilient Sphere.
It begins to curse and scream and holler from inside the sphere. And it begins to claw and rake at it.
No, not claw and rake at it. It begins to strike at it with its sword that it pulls out. It's got two actions. It's going to try and strike this bubble. Well, if it bursts the bubble, and it doesn't have any action left, it can't... Well, it's going to fall. That's not fair. That's
Exactly.
not fair.
Oh, that'd be great!
Let's do it.
So I would imagine that it would be smart enough to know that, like, it's doing multiple things at once, so it would fly as an action, and then whatever it has left, it would try to either disintegrate the bubble or do whatever. So that's a tricky one.
It would need a reaction to be able to... It would fall. I mean, if it attacks it with one action, it destroys it, just to assume that it did, it's going to fall immediately. Even if it has one action left. The only way he could pull out of that is if he had some type of reaction, like, what's it called? Catfall? Or not catfall, the reaction spell.
There's a grab an edge reaction.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Yeah, that's what I would do. Do the grab and edge
I don't know.
on the chain.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know what the walls of this chamber look like, or if there's an available chain nearby, but I guess visually there is.
I didn't extra record how high up. Well, we'll see what happens. He is gonna lash attack this thing. Wow, Rachel, wow. With this
How many
flaming
times
sword.
That's that.
32 against an armor class of 5. It's going to be a critical hit on this thing. and it's going to be a hardness 10. So 52 minus 10 is 42. Hit points 40. So it smashes the sphere with its fiery blade. It just dissipates and cracks and disappears. Now it's falling. I'll have to figure out how high up it is. But first, I want to see if it can reactive grab that chain. What is it, a reflex save?
Probably. Grab an edge. You fall from or past an edge or handhold. You're not tied or bound. When you fall, you can try to grab it, potentially stop. You must succeed at a reflex save, usually at the climb DC. What would be the climb DC for these
For a
chains?
magma pull, yeah. Like,
I'd imagine that'd be pretty hard, but it's up to you.
Oh, quiet.
I mean, it's not that big of a chain, so I mean, yeah.
Now, first of all, let's figure out how...
Oh, wait. You have to have at least one hand free. Is that a two-handed sword?
No.
Okay.
Does he have a bow in the other hand?
Did he drop the bow or put it away?
All right, I'm going to let him drop the bow, and it falls into the lava.
Oh, goodbye, bow.
Yeah, the bow will be gone. You'll have to drop that for free.
So if you do succeed, you still take damage from the distance fallen so far, but you treat the fall as though it were 20 feet shorter.
All right.
So it's only 10 feet off the ground, so I don't know if that would even apply.
Let me see.
Yeah.
25 feet above the platform. They lifted up off the platform. I'm not going to say they flew up to the high of the roof. He's kind of way below that chain, honestly. I could say he flew upward when he moved there, though. All right, I'm going to say there's a 2 in 6 chance that it was smart enough to stay near the chain. Actually, that's too high. So let me roll a d6, make it public. On a 1 to 2, it actually flew up high enough to be near this chain, where it is. These chains go upward towards the ceiling. So it's higher up, if you get my drift. So let's roll a d6. 1 to 2, it's right next to the chain. It could make this grab. If it fails, it's going to make one attempt against the wall, which is going to be a higher DC. It rolls a 2. It's high enough to grab the chain. So the DC will be a little bit easier in this case. Although even that's going to be pretty tough. Climb DC? Well, that's going to be hard to say. So I'm going to use simple DCs here for this. Here's my thing here. And I'm going to say... Alright. I'm going to make this pretty hard for it. I'll even make this public. It's going to be a DC of 30 because it was not expecting this. You totally surprised it. It didn't figure out what was happening when it was hit by this sphere and what would happen if it just not even figured into the equation. Just things are happening too fast. We're going to make this public. It's going to make a reflex save against a DC of 30, which is very high. There it is. 41.
It gets to live another day.
But,
no lava bath.
So it grabs onto it. It wasn't falling any distance. There's no damage to take, but it lost its bow. And...
So that's a critical success. That was, you grab the edge, whether or not you have a free hand. Typically, by using blah, 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 you still take damage from the distance fallen so far, but you treat the fall as though it was 30 feet shorter instead of a success, which is 20 feet.
Okay. In this case, it breaks its fall by grabbing onto it. There's no damage. It's not falling any distance, really. The chain's right there. And, so 1 attack to attack, reaction to grab an edge. He's got 2 more actions left.
It pulled out its sword to attack.
Pulled out the sword. It's got 1 action left. What else do you want me to take away? Got one action left. He is going to release the chain and fly.
All right, that makes sense. Yeah.
Now, see, I don't want to... I got to figure out how high these people are. I'm going to say he's about... Actually, it says 10. He's 20. Kyle, I'm going to say your guy is right what it says, 10 feet where you are. So he could fly past you and get to here. All right, so he's done. Now the other one. Man, good move. Give yourself a hero point, Cypher. That was really creative.
Yeah, it wasted its whole turn.
And it lost its bow.
Yeah.
It just falls into the lava below and is engulfed. Poof. Wow. Oh, this one's gonna lash at you. Bjorn. It's flaming longsword. You and your god shall die. 38.
That'll be critical.
That's critical. Ouch. This is gonna cut deep and hard. It's gonna be persistent fire too. Let me drag that to your token. 40 points. Where is your god now?
Wait, why does it say you were healed?
Yeah, I know, right?
You good?
There we go. I got it back.
What'd it do?
It, for some reason, said whenever I clicked the damage button, it said that I was healed.
It's opposite day.
It is. Everything is wacky. And let's see, you still have your reaction, don't you? Alright, it's gonna... Alright, it's gonna attack again. Another flurry with its sword. Ooh, 34.
Normal.
$23 points of damage. Alright, and its final thing to do is it's gonna try and... Where is your god now? He's a failure! And it begins to look at you and look very intimidating. It's gonna try and demoralize you. Let's see how good he is at this. And he has to beat your DC of, your will DC? Will DC?
My will DC is 27.
Didn't it roll? What happened here? Let me see. Must not be clicked on him. Let me do this again. Skill, intimidation. Make this blind. Let's see. $36.
That is 27.
Yours is 27, so it almost got critical. So it's just going to be a success, which will make you, which probably isn't going to affect you. I think you're just frightened one.
Bravery.
Yeah, so that kills that. Alright, so it's done. We're going to go to Karma. Oops. And... yeah, do you have persistent fire on you? Keep that in mind, Karma.
Yes, I do.
So you get your 3 actions. You're up.
Okay. I'm gonna move up a little. Where's the measuring thing? There it is.
Looks like the ruler there.
That's not it. What the heck?
You're 25 feet from me.
Thank you. I have a really bad time trying to measure that. I'm gonna heal you again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Fritz, I think the initiative tracker's all messed up too. Because it's got me at initiative 14 and I went after Karma. Thank you.
Raise my shield and call it a day. I have to roll a d20.
Yeah, you're 15 or greater.
Hey!
Yay! Okay, put out the flames.
Awesome.
You do take your damage first, though, before
Okay.
that happens.
Does it
which
do it automatically?
It'll roll automatically, and I'll tell you the result. It does it on its own.
Okay.
Which... What did it roll? 2 points? Wait a minute. Is that it? Let me just roll it. The initiative got messed up there and it rolled and now I can't find it. 7 points. And then you finally beat out the flames, so you're no longer suffering from that, so get rid of that condition. Persistent fire damage.
It seems I took 2 somewhere. I was at 30, now I'm at 28.
It's doing the same thing that it did to me that one day.
Is it automatically taking away persistent damage from you?
Yeah, it automatically took out the damage on her. I just scrolled up to take a look at it.
What do I do?
Karma takes 2 damage 3 minutes ago. That must be it. Persistent fire damage,
Yeah.
D10. I guess that's what it's doing there. Alright, so don't take the 7 I just rolled. I guess it already did it.
Okay.
I'm getting confused. I mean, if it's automatically roll, I know it automatically rolls it. You guys can't see it, I don't think. But it automatically rolls it when you have persistent damage. It's automated. But I thought it didn't apply that damage. That you had to do it. You had to do it manually. So
I think we did have a day that was like that. But but it might have been fixed since then. Because
You never know.
it does actually say that she takes, and even prior to that, it said that they took damage.
Alright.
I think it was actually Bjorn.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have it too.
Alright, you're good, Karma. You're good. Alright, let's go back. We're gonna go to Bjorn. You're up next.
I'm going to attack.
Mm-hmm. Let me put your height at 10.
That's a hit, not critical.
Okay, Damage.
That's going to be 23 points of slashing damage.
23 points. Alright. You cut into the creature.
Then, probably ain't going to be worth it, but I'm actually going to try to grapple this creature.
Wait, hold on. What'd you do for damage? 23?
23.
Alright, let me...
I wonder if you could grapple it and then just drop it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Make a fortitude save.
21.
29, 21, you needed a 28. So you failed. You're gonna take 11 points of... Was it mental damage, I think? mental damage?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Spiritual
mental damage. Mental damage, it's called. Equal to the amount it dealt you, which triggered the spell. So this one used its retributive pain upon you as you cut into it. Or no, that's this one over here. This one already used it, so now give yourself 11 back. I screwed up. I'm looking at the wrong character sheet because they're both the same. I don't know whose is whose. So that didn't apply to you. Go ahead, Kyle, finish.
Yeah, I'm for a second action, I'm going to try to grapple this creature. It'll be 25.
What's it against?
I believe it's against reflex DC, I think.
No. Let's look. I can never remember this. And you do it all the time. All the time.
Fortitude DC.
There we go. I knew it was one of them.
You need a 20.
You were onto something, Kyle.
I was close. Alright, then. Third action, I'm going to hit it.
Remember
Oh,
that it takes the multi-attack penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Aw, darn.
Hey, at least I got one in.
Right. Thessaria. There's your your persistent damage. Make your flat check, Bjorn. 16? Alright, it's gone. Get rid of your persistent damage. Now we'll go to Thessaria.
With Thessaria, remember which one has a shard around their neck?
I don't even remember. I'd have to look here. One of them does. You can't really tell. Give me a blind perception roll, and I'll tell you.
Coming.
Let's see. You're gonna need.
It's on its way.
You're gonna need a 26. What'd you get? 32. Wow. All right, you can tell. It is. This one right here that's gonna have a little glow around it. That's the one with the orb. Now, only you know this. Nobody else can tell unless they actually take a look or you tell them. But
Oh, hey, it's my buddy.
How you doing, fam? It's been forever.
stop it. Stop it.
Alright, then let's see here.
All right, so what are you going to do with that information? 3 actions. Did you make your hunted prey? I think you did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The one that Bjorn went after, he didn't grapple it, did he?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use Hunted Shot on the one that he wasn't able to grapple. And one of the arrows that I'll be using is going to be the Vine Arrow.
Oh, you're going to use that one of those. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let's take a look at that. Divine Arrow. So what this will do, similar to what is affecting Kyle right now, or Bjorn, although this has much more potential to actually immobilize a creature. If you want to try it, I'll let you draw that arrow. So go to your your actions on your character sheet. Go to your actions and switch the ammo to the vine
Already
arrow.
did.
Okay, and then make your attack. This will be with the vine arrow. And which one is this you're attacking?
The one that Bjorn failed to grapple.
One by me.
Alright, so you got a 20. That is going to miss, and your arrow will well, it's magical, but it's going to fall into the lava. You have any hero points?
No, unfortunately.
That's okay. Actually, you only had one vine arrow, I think.
Alright, switching back to normal ammo. Taking second shot. $31.
31 is going to smash this beast. It's not critical.
Is it normal damage or critical?
Normal.
14 points.
14, you sink deep into the creature.
And then I'm going to use my last 2 actions to shoot 2 more arrows into it.
So, are you using Monster Hunter to get the second shot?
Yes.
Because that's a separate thing here. So, you might not want to use it now because you're already suffering massive penalties to hit. It's something you typically do at the beginning.
Actually, wait, I already did at the beginning, so I won't be able to use it again because I already used it once a day. So I'd have to scratch that.
Make another attack, you get a third one.
Okay.
You didn't really do anything else. 24.
24.
You miss. It shatters against the wall. We're gonna go to round 4. Wait a minute. What did it do? Did it screw up here?
Yes, it did.
What is it doing? This creature isn't even in the combat. Cypher.
All right. Seeing as Bjorn and Thelsaria are kind of distracted with this one, Cypher's going to keep her attention on the other creature. And she's going to attempt Phantasmal Killer on this one.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a button to click here. The one that's glowing is your target?
Yeah.
Success. So that means the target takes 46 mental damage and is frightened 1. Damn you. I mean, look at this. Holy abilities, fire, perception, blah, 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 blah. Yes, well done.
Alright, so that's 4d6. That's only 15 damage.
It's okay. That's its first damage. Yes, we will kick off the reaction with that. So,
And then lastly, I'll inspire courage again.
Okay, everybody drag that to your token.
Get that courageous anthem.
Alright, this one here calls out to its sister. As it does so, it flies downward to get behind Bjorn. So you're all at the same height level here, which is 10 feet above that platform. You are off guard in this position. So mark yourself as off guard, Bjorn. And it's going to attack you with its sword. Flaming sword. And that's going to just hit. Perfect.
What was the armor class?
What's the armor class?
Yeah, what did it roll?
Oh, what was its attack roll? 26. What do you got up your sleeve?
Reactive shield.
All right, you can do that. You can do that. That's your reaction.
Yep.
And that's going to turn it into a miss. Nice. Nice. All right. Well, it's going to try and strike again. Second attack. Flaming sword. The air singes around you. 34. Block that.
Give me a minute, I will.
26.
What was it, 26?
No, I'm just looking at your armor class. Damage is going to be, it's not critical, so you're not going to catch on fire. 21 points. That one's done. Now the other one in front of you. First of all, it's going to attack with its sword, flaming sword. Let's do that. And it's going to get a nice 25. I think it misses.
Miss.
All right, so it missed with that one. You blocked it with your shield. Boy, that came in handy, that reactive shield thing. Alright. It's going to move right here with a fly. And oh, wait a minute. Maybe I want to go a little further. It's got the sword out. It made an attack, right? I missed? Yeah. It jumps up on the table instead. That's where it'll end, and it's gonna attack you, Karma. Ooh, you're injured. It sees blood. That's gonna be its second attack with its flaming long sword. It senses weakness. Ooh, and it gets a critical success. I'm gonna reveal this because it is quite a pivotal moment. That's gonna be a crit against Karma. 42 points of damage. And you drop to the floor as the flames consume your body. Now, it has you at dying 1, which is what it should be.
Itself?
Should be dying 2 critical hit.
I think you're right.
But still, you know, that's different from earlier where it was dying 3.
Yeah. Look at all this stuff you got on your character. Alright, so you're at dying 2. Your screen will go black. But you got so many markers on your token card. So you're at dying 2. You'll die at dying 4. Unless you have a feat that makes you tougher. I think you're at dying 4.
I
Thankfully,
do have a feat that makes me tougher. I just gotta check it really quick. Which one is it?
Die hard. Yeah, you got it. Dying 5. So you know where you're at. So you're safe for the moment. But right now you collapse to the ground. Any spells that require concentration on your part are no longer. Unless they're self-existing spells on their own, which don't require concentration. And it's done. Beyond you hear the screams of Karma. Your compatriot and Ayamore fall to the ground. This creature has escaped you. As you look behind you, you're engaged with another one, its sister.
Alright.
Oh yeah, let's check the spell. Put that spell in there again, Karma. That one airwalk. I think that's its own spell. It just lasts on its own. You don't have to maintain that. Right?
I think so.
It's just going to last 5 minutes. Okay, so that's the important one. You're good.
Brett, I wanted to try to do something here. This is the one that's wearing the shard, right? The one that's in front of me right now.
Make a perception roll. Make it a little easier on you. Yeah, you can see the shard dangling from its chest.
Could I rip the shard off and go?
You're both 10 foot, so you're right in each other's face.
Mm-hmm.
You could attempt to grab it with a grapple, essentially grappling the shard, and if you want to do that, yeah.
Then I'll do my first action. I will try to wrestle the shard away from him.
Okay, this is just to grab it off of him. So you got a 17 athletics
that's gonna
check.
be good enough.
And no, that's not enough. So he whips it out of the way, out of your grasp.
We'll give it one more try. If not, then I'm gonna move.
You're gonna suffer a -5 on this.
26. So that'd be 21.
21, let me double check. Nope. 28.
Okay, and I'm going to move down toward Karma. And get right here. I'm right beside it.
Okay.
And he's going to kind of shout to Cypher, I'm bringing the party to you.
Frightened 1. That frightened decreases. The value of your frightened condition decreases by 1 at the end of each of your... Alright, I'm reading my monsters here. Okay, we're gonna go to Thalsaria. Now, hearing the screams of one of the companions, one of your new friends, this would greatly concern Thalsaria. I'll leave it up to you on what to do, but this is a great concern. It's your character to be very concerned and maybe even rush forward to save a life if you can. But I'm going to leave that to you. If you see a better value in shooting at the more immediate threat directly in front of Bjorn and Karma, you could do that as well. I think that's what she would do.
Thalsaria would be torn between dropping her bow and withdrawing her long sword so she could throw it, but at the same time, if she can still do more damage with her bow, she'd probably keep it in her hand.
Yeah, she wouldn't mess with the sword. That's last ditch.
She'll keep the short bow and she'll draw one of her sleeping arrows to try and knock the creature that's beside Bjorn.
Okay, you gotta try and put it to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
$36. That is a hit. Normal. Now, let's take a... What is that, the damage?
That would be the damage. And that's what the sleep arrow does.
Sleep arrows often have shafts of deep blue or black, and they're flashing exceptionally soft and downy. An activated sleep arrow deals no damage, but a living creature hit by it is subject to the effects of a sleep spell. DC 17. That's not very potent, but it's alright. Cast your common supply one... Yeah, whatever. Alright, let's look at sleep. Alright, this creature right here... What kind of check do you make? What kind of save does this person make? It doesn't say.
Yeah, it just says DC 17. I'm guessing...
It's probably fortitude.
Concentrate, common range. Burst.
Saving throw is will.
It's will. Why doesn't it say in the frickin' description here?
Mm.
Oh, it does say mental, so yeah, will.
Alright, will save. DC 17. Alright, that's gonna be pretty easy to do. It's got a plus 18. So it can't really fail. And it gets a 31. So it has no effect. That is a critical success. Or no. Yeah, it's critical success. That's going to be the creature is unaffected by the spell. Well, that's one way to find out if it works or not. And it takes no
then
damage.
she'll knock one of her other arrows, her regular one, and then she's gonna try and hit it the second time.
Go ahead, go for it.
26.
26. That's gonna just miss. One more action.
One more hit.
You're gonna be out of arrows. Do it! Do it! 22, fail. Another arrow gone. It's alright, we're gonna go to the next round. We're gonna go to Cypher.
You're gonna have to bear with me. I'm trying to think of a plan.
Yeah, everybody's running out of ideas.
Where on the initiative is Karma?
She's right after you.
Okay, so she'll be right after me even... Alright.
Oh,
Because it's... I don't see the enemy on there, and I can't remember when each of them go.
so it automatically moved her above the creature that struck her down. Did it on its own,
Okay.
which is nice. So yeah, she's right after you. She was immediately after the creatures, but yeah. Or after Bjorn, rather. So yeah, she's in the right spot now.
Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, there's a reason why the party members don't like Cypher sometimes. She's going to cast Phantasmal Killer on this one.
Ooh. Okay. Shadows begin to appear from the walls. You can see it clearly, the shape, that's blackened shape of a shadow. The creature notices it and it sees it. It looks up, you see it kind of shiver and shake. Its eye twitches as it sees this even larger demonic type shape appear. You all see this just barely, this translucent shadow appear. But this creature, it sees it. Its demise is nigh. It's gonna make it save. Failure. Not critical, but the target takes 8d6 mental damage and is frightened too. You have frightened this creature. Ah! Oh no. Minus 22. It begins to cower on the table. I should say it's no longer flying. That was my intention, to land on the table, so it's not actually flying. And I imagine, Kyle, nor are you. So
Nope, I'm standing on the table.
yeah, we'll put you at 0 as well. All right, so that's what happened. Okay.
Alright. And then I still have one action. I'm going to quick draw my whip. Actually, yeah, okay. Perfect. And then I'm gonna attack because it has reach.
And Dizzy, don't forget to use your hunted shot that gives you that bonus shot. Of course, your ammo is putting a hamper on that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that. Monster hunters once per day?
Yep.
27. That's a hit. With the whip. 6.
6 damage. I thought I could kill it. Not enough.
You just hit it. Back
You beast! You fiend! Diabolical bitch! Coming at it with the whip. Everybody stand back. And Cypher brings out the whip. Alright. You're done?
Yes, I am.
Karma, you're not wounded, but you do have to make a recovery roll. You won't die here.
Or a
Okay.
hero point.
Or, do you have any hero points?
Yeah, I have one.
You could spend them all, that one, and stabilize instantly.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Get rid of your dying condition. You are wounded 1. I think,
Okay.
I think it'll automatically make you wounded. Just right-click the little skull of dying until it's gone. And there's your wounded 1. You are still unconscious and prone and everything else.
Alrighty.
Now I'm letting you off the hook with the persistent fire damage.
I already cleansed that. Was there a new one?
Yeah, I thought she already snuffed that out.
Well, she went down from a critical hit. And
Oh,
that-
was it supposed to give more?
yeah.
Oh.
Gotcha.
So I didn't apply that, so I'm not going to let you suffer the effects of that. And
Okay.
you're good. And we're going to go to the creatures. What are we doing here? This one is near death. Bjorn just won't let up. And they're both cowering in fear. I think this one back here, hers is going to go away at the end of their turn, right? At the end of each
At
of your
the end of
turns. Okay. So this one's fear 2, this one's fear 1, so that'll be gone. This one back here is fear 1. This one here is cowering. Not good. Let's start with this one here. With its other hand... Well, wait a minute. This is the one back here. This is the one that fell, right? Doesn't have the bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just gonna...
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one
this
that fell.
one doesn't have the bow.
Right, what it's going to do now is it's going to use a spell. With its one free hand, it begins to weave. It begins to speak, and you hear diabolic tongue. Everybody within 30 feet. That's going to be everybody but Dizzy's character. Everybody is going to have to make a will save.
I'm unconscious, so I don't hear anything, right?
Nah, you're good.
Okay.
Let me see if my reaction applies.
You get an uneasy
Okay.
feeling. Kyle, you're good. You've got a success.
Is this an auditory or visual effect?
Auditory or visual? It says concentrate divine emotion, fear. Up, where'd it go?
Oh, sorry, I posted what I was thinking of doing.
Emotion,
So you
fear,
can read it.
manipulate, and mental. You plant fear in the target and must attempt a will save. So it's not really sounds, it's more like in your mind. This is the fear spell. Kind of the opposite of bless.
Okay. Let me get. You said will save, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Bjorn, you have bravery, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is going to make you frightened 1, but it's negated because of your bravery. You're okay. Cypher, you on the other hand, I've never felt this way before. The hairs on your arm, your neck, even your hair on your head begins to stand on edge. You are frightened 3.
Can I hero point that?
You can. Might as well, because I'm not done. I got more to drag to your token. Let me see what you got. All right, you're going to be frightened 1 with that success. So reduce that from 3 to 1. Okay, you're lucky. That hero point came in handy. Or you were gonna run for the hills. Nobody'd see Cypher again. And it's got one more action here. It's going to fly, so it's no longer flying technically. So I'll put it at 0. It's right behind you, Bjorn. Okay, but it's out of actions. So we're going to go to the other creature. You are now off guard. Give yourself the off guard, and this other creature is going to attempt to slam into you. It's going to be
normal. Barely.
18 points of damage. It wails into you left and right with this flaming blade. You're distracted completely by the one behind you as this one lays into you. At the last second, as you lower your shield, an opening is made, and this beast cuts deep into your neck and shoulder. 48 points.
Yep, I'm down.
And your persistent damage will apply. You're going to be dying too. That was a critical hit. Plus you're wounded. Are you wounded?
No, I wasn't wounded.
Thank heavens. Okay, so this is your first.
Yep.
Alright, you drop to the ground at dying 2. Alright, and you are suffering from the fire damage. I'm going to apply it here. Persistent fire damage. And let's go back to the creature. It cackles and screams a joyous victory. Although it's enveloped by these shadows, it looks to the left and right and pulls as if to escape from the presence of this fear-causing creature. Alright, so they're done. It should take away the fear automatically. Let me see if it does. That one, it didn't. Let me get rid of that. This one, let me reduce it by 1. Alright, we're all good. We're going to go to Thelsaria.
Alright.
Hearing the cries and Bjorn falling to the ground, I think Thelsaria would definitely grab out her potions and rush to the aid of her friends at this stage. things are much more dire now. And can you see? Yeah, you can kind of see both. But you see the one creature fall back onto the pedestal. And it looks greatly injured as well, and it looks like it's cowering. This might be an opening to rush forward. So if you want to do that, for one action, you could stride down there. Second action, pull out one of those elixirs and throw it down the throat for a third and final action of Bjorn. So you could pull that off. You have a movement of 40, so you have no trouble hauling ass down there and doing just that. So you choose the elixir or the healing potion, whichever one you want. It's up to you. You got some potent stuff there.
I gotta refresh real quick. Because I was in the middle of moving whenever you moved me.
Sorry. Oopsie. Yeah. You're running out of ammo, too. So you decide which one you want to do. Put it in the chat, and then we'll roll it. This could save Bjorn. And Karma, you're okay, right? You're stable. Bjorn, do you have hero points?
No, sir.
Yeah, you still got time to survive and make those rolls, but your new friend is coming to your aid.
If it'll let me, because I'm trying to refresh.
Alright, let me look at your thing here. Let's see which one. Did you have one in mind? Moderate healing potion is just enough, I think. We're going to use that one.
Yeah.
Let's put that in there. Let's make it public if I can, so... No, let me see if I could drag it to your token. No, I can't. Oh, 20 points. 3d8 plus 10. 20 points. There you go, Bjorn. What did it just do?
I don't know, but what the hell?
You're good now. You are not only stabilized, but you're no longer unconscious. You're awake as this magical healing power invigorates you. You are wounded, however. Magical healing does not take away wounded. Unless you're fully healed. And you get rest.
Yeah, I keep freezing. Actually, there we go.
You're okay. You're good right now, Dizzy. Your character just did everything she could do. So, good move. You still have your bow in your other hand. Although you're suddenly feeling quite vulnerable. Roleplay that out. What does this look like as she comes rushing down the steps toward Bjorn with this potion she's digging out of her pack or near her waist or wherever she has it? What does that look like?
With every step she's taking down the steps, getting closer to the group, she can feel the hairs on the back of her neck standing up. She can feel in her gut that she's putting herself in a position that she's not very good at being within, as she feels better being out of range of the attacks. So putting herself in this predicament is not sitting well with her at all, but seeing them in danger, she's taking the risk to try and help as much as she can.
Exactly. Excellent. All right, your turn is done. We're going to go to round 6. Boy, this is a brutal fight. This is where we're going to take a quick break. You guys can think about your next moves because it is brutal, this fight. You got one of these creatures fearing for its life and near death. The other one, who has the shard, is in pretty good shape and is hovering over Bjorn and Karma.
I thought it had landed because it put me off guard.
Huh?
I thought it landed because it put me off guard and I was on the ground.
Did we mess up?
Well, the creature was standing on the thing right beside me. I descended down because I'm going to help Karma, and then this guy came over and dropped right beside me.
Right.
So if he's up in the air, then I shouldn't have been flanked.
No, he's not up in the air. Which one?
This one over here by me.
No, he landed on the platform. I made that clear.
Gotcha.
And the other one flew off, which reminds me to put him at a higher level. So let's do that. Unless I want him sitting there. I don't think so. He's flying. Okay, so we didn't mess up. Excellent. All right, let's take a short 5-10 minute break. A little bit over time for that. And we'll talk about what you guys are going to do next. This is a tough one. Oof, as it should be. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Let's go to intermission. right, we're back. Desperate battle is underway. Let's see, we are in round 6. This brutal battle here. We're going to start with Cypher, see what she's got. Go ahead, Cypher, you get your 3 actions.
Yep. She's gonna cast Soothe on Karma, trying to get her up there. She heals 31 hit points.
Okay, you are conscious.
And with a final action, she's going to cast Magic Missile on the one over yonder.
Over yonder.
Over yonder.
3.
And deals a measly 3 damage.
Karma, you're up.
Okay.
Unless you have other plans, you could stand up, then you'd be able to move. Or you could sit there and cast a spell from the ground, or whatever your plan is.
One action to stand up.
Okay, get rid of your prone.
Is that one action to stand up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Optionally, you can also cast spells on the ground, and then maybe you can try to get cover from that thing near you.
Roll under the table.
Roll under the yeah. I don't know if there's an underneath section, but perhaps that's an option.
I'm gonna need a little bit of help here because my brain's not working very well. I'd like to cast from the ground and do a 3 AoE heal, but is there a way I can do it in which I won't hit the target, the enemy?
Now
Like,
you
where-
have to move out of range.
Like, is there a way for it? Like, I can't
Do a 2
because I can
action.
put.
Yeah, like you could do a 2 action on a single target. Then you could do, you could kind of crawl over to get by Cypher, like over here. And that will put you out of harm's way.
Alright, I'll do that.
The only other way you could pull it off, you might be able to back up the steps far enough so that the 2 elves are right at the edge of that 30 feet.
Yeah, because you can stay on the ground and crawl. And I think that's half your movement.
Yeah.
So you won't have to spend an action to get out the way.
I don't think she has enough movement to actually move and then do a 3 action heal.
What's
I do
your
not.
movement, Karma? To do a 3 action heal. You could do a 2 action. But I'm
Yeah.
saying you won't have to spend 2 actions to get up and move and then only be able to cast a touch spell.
I'll just heal Bjorn. So,
Okay, so are you going to crawl over here and then hit me with your 2 action?
I'm just gonna hit you with my 2 action and back up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, this way he gets the most health back.
Yep. And then you can crawl out of the way there.
36. Vitality.
It began.
You need me- yeah,
Okay. What?
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
I was asking if it was being glitchy on you.
I'm getting a little lag, but I was just waiting for it to stop. Thank you for moving me. That is my turn.
Okay. Now, I got a stupid question here. I don't even know if this is even possible. Since I'm laying on the altar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just simply swing over and kick this guy into the lava? Like push him back into the lava?
It's not technically flying, so you could. And it would try to grab the edge. Here we go again. And assuming it did, it would be able to just fly off the edge. But if it fails, it would fall down into the lava. Might take damage, might not. On the other hand, I see, just want to remind you, you do have that minus 10 feet to your move.
Well, can I like sit up without standing up?
Yeah, you'd still be prone.
Okay. So I'll grab the longsword there that's right beside me.
Go for it. I should have rolled to see if it fell into the lava. Since you drop everything, there's a small chance, 1 in 6, maybe that baby fell off.
I'm actually just going to attempt to sit up, grab a hold of the shard, and rip it free. That's what I'm attempting here.
Okay. 18 won't do it.
Not good enough on the first try. Oh hell, I might as well do it again. I'll get my ass whooped going out swinging.
Need a 29.
For the check or to grapple him?
To grapple him would be a 29. You're trying to grab the shard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a 29. It's not going to be easy.
33.
33. You got a hold of it with a success. And I'll let you have it. That was a good roll. I'll let you have that. You grabbed it and pulled it from its neck because it's only held by a thin little chain. You could break that with your strength. It's no problem. So you do have the shard in your hand. That was 2 actions.
Yeah. And I guess I'm gonna roll off the table.
All right, hold on. Don't get too excited. These count as attacks. So there's a minus 5 on this, which is 33 minus 5. 28.
Yep, 28.
Which is under 29.
Yep, wouldn't have been good enough.
But I'm going to roll a d6 and consult the oracle because I'm making this up here as we go. And I'm going to say there's a 50-50 chance you do actually get it. Just looking at this. All right?
Okay.
So let's make it public. I hope you get it, Kyle. That's good stuff. So 1 to 3, you get it. 1. You got it. All right.
And then I can crawl up to half my movement, right?
There's the roll you could see. I made it public. Huh?
Then I could crawl half my movement.
I think it's half. Something like that, but where do you want to go?
Well, I can't do anything because I had to grab my longsword, so that takes an action.
So you're not moving?
Well, picking it up is an action, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, all I did was basically sit up, grab the longsword, yank the pendant.
Well, that's 2 actions. Oh, no, you failed the first attempt to grab. The second, you did it twice. All right, so you're done. It's time for them. It lets out a scream and reaches towards its chest and looks down at the missing shard. What's your fortitude DC?
My fortitude DC is 26.
It reaches down to grab at the pendant that you just stole from its neck. But you manage to pull away at the last second, but as it does, it raises its other hand with a sword, its flaming sword, and goes to strike at you. This is going to be its second attack. So let's see if it hits you. 35.
That will just be critical.
It's a critical?
Oh, wait a minute.
35. Make sure your armor class is right. You're prone. So you'll be off guard. That's about it.
Right. So yeah, so that's right.
25 to... Oof. Critical. Alright. $42.
Knocked down. I'm not feeling too hot, but I'm not down.
Why did battle prayers suddenly appear?
I have no idea.
And assurance medicine. Why is that in there?
Have I gone batshit loopy over here? Like, what the?
Let's get rid of those because they don't belong. Alright, so it's got one more action. Reaches down once again. It's going to try and get that back off you. It's going to be its third attack to do this against your, what was it, 26?
26.
30. So there's its
30
result.
minus 10.
Oh yeah, I forgot to add that. It's not there. So it's 20. Ah. Good catch, Kyle. Good catch. So it failed to retrieve it. It is done. Now the other one. This one's still got a little fear on it. I think this one still has the bow, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the one that Bjorn just ripped the necklace off of dropped her bow.
Yeah, dropped it in the lava.
It's going to shoot at you. Thalsaria.
Okay.
27. Your armor class is 26. It just hits. It's going to do some damage. You're going to take 31 points of damage. It's going to spend its second action attacking again. This is going to be against Bjorn. 24, that's going to miss. It explodes against the wall overhead. And with its third action, it's going to move here and drop down onto the pedestal. And that should get rid of its frightened as we go to Thalsaria.
Okay. going to use deadly aim on the one that's on the platform.
Okay, put that in the chat. I think you'll take a -2 circumstance. It says -2 penalty.
-2 penalty.
And you get a +4 to your damage if you strike. So you want to target the one on the pedestal. Okay, you might be able to finish it off. You might. You might. It's a lot of hit points, but... Okay,
Here
so
we
you
go.
got deadly aim. You got one shot. $23. You need a 29. You have any hero points?
No.
Alright, the arrow shatters, it ricochets off the platform and smashes against the wall. You have 2 actions left.
As she watches that happen, she's immediately turning her attention. While she's turning, she's dropping her bow. As soon as that bow leaves her hand, she's immediately using quick draw to take out her throwing longsword to hit the creature in front of her. Not the one that's on the platform, but the one beside Bjorn.
Quick note, you don't actually have to drop your bow.
I thought I had to since the longsword was two-handed, I think?
It's one hit.
No, the longsword's one-handed.
So, you did a attack with your deadly aim. That's one action. Deadly aim and attack. You do it in one go. You did that. Your second action was to draw your sword. Alright, what is your third and final action?
She's going to attempt to hit the one that's standing beside Bjorn.
Okay, it has to be within 20 feet, which it is. Go for it. Make a ranged attack roll. Let me see your sheet real quick. I don't think... Is there an option to throw the sword? I don't think so.
There's the... What is it?
You're going to have a plus 17. So, you know what? Make a normal short bow attack.
Alright, because I have the... It says the Dragonbone Arrowhead Longsword.
Yeah, that's on your sword. This is what allows you to throw your sword and attack with it as a thrown weapon, and it comes back to you.
And you said you want me to do the short bow?
Yeah, do the short bow.
Okay.
And use the second attack. So it'd be plus 12.
Alright, 1 second.
Okay, and if you hit with this, the damage is going to be from your long sword. Plus 1.
Apparently it's not going to let me use my short bow because it's saying it doesn't have that ammo.
Oh, jeez. Alright, make a... just make a long sword attack, number 2.
Alright.
Okay, you're going to get a plus... Ooh.
31.
It's actually a 32. So you got a 32 on that, so you definitely hit. It becomes a critical hit, so you critical hit this. You're going to do double damage. Damage is going to be for your plus 1 longsword. Roll the critical button.
14 points.
14 points, that's doubled, so you're doing 14 points of damage. And the sword returns back to your hand, ready for action. Pretty good. Yeah, you get a lot of hit points, but there you go.
And I believe that's all 3 of my actions.
You just saw a sword go whipping by you twice, Cypher. What's going on here? You're up.
I'm going to cast Soothe on Bjorn. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did last round. That's 25 hit points back, and
Thank
then
you,
I'll
my lady.
cast Magic Missile on the fellow over there.
Just one.
Just the one. This time it's 3 damage.
Okay. Karma? You're muted, Karma.
Yeah, I forgot I was muted. Sorry about that. Okay, so come on, stop lagging. More heals, yes. Okay. We're gonna heal Bjorn again.
2 action heal.
Yes, that's the one.
$44.
Wow. And
Well, you're running out
I'll
of
raise my
heals.
shield. Yeah, I am. I'm almost out of everything.
I think you got 1 left.
Yeah, something like that. One left. Yeah, one left.
Wow, your spells are almost done. You've only got a few more, and that's it. Wow,
Yeah.
this is a
Well, I'm gonna
draining
raise my
battle.
shield.
Okay. And then we're
And
gonna
that
go
is
to
it.
Bjorn. Okay,
Wait.
Bjorn.
I'm gonna roll off the table, which means I'll be standing up. I'm gonna try one strike at this guy.
Yes, come at me, come at me. Come, sister, we have them. Ooh.
Don't have me yet.
Wow.
Nice
And
one,
you-
Kyle.
You can
Nice.
see this creature in front of Bjorn can see. All of a sudden, Bjorn becomes enraged, and Cypher, you can see, and Thalysra as well. Bjorn is gone. You can see his facial features. His hair was once bright, vibrant red 20 seconds ago, is now a bright crimsony brown. His eyes have really dark, almost evil-like shadows. His eyes are glowing a bright green, and he looks very angry, very agitated. This will be 30 points of slashing damage.
And it's off guard?
Yes, and it is off guard until the start of my next turn.
Off guard and 30 points of damage. It lets out a painful scream that echoes above the lava bubbling below. That hurt. That's one action. Or two. It's 2 actions. Move and then attack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look here.
Take your time.
Should I keep attacking it or should I run? I now have it injured. A pretty decent health. Oh, to hell with it. I'm going all in.
Second attack. 18. 32.
Almost critical. One more.
Yep, almost. Damage?
This will be 22 points of slashing in addition.
As you seethe, gnashing
Bjorn
of
is
teeth.
absolutely seething. And he's going to actually look to the creature and kind of... I don't have the actions to demoralize him. He's going to look at the creature. Not beaten yet, worm.
Kyle, give yourself 1 hero point for a great turn for you. Well role played. I liked it. We're going to go to the creatures. Now, it just rolled automatically for your persistent fire. It said 6. Now, did it deduct from you? It says it did.
It did take it, yes.
All right, so that's figured. Go ahead and make your flat check. DC 15. 19. Fires out. Excellent. Okay. Creature time. You have the shard, right?
I do.
Well, let me actually keep this one glowing because it actually doesn't have a certain weapon. Oh, man. All right, this one right here is going to lash at you with the sword once again. Bjorn.
Roger that.
33.
Hit, not critical.
All right, damage is going to be a nice solid 17. And darn it, you got your reaction. All right, it's going to attack again with the longsword. Come, sister, we have them. Come. 26 is a miss. Darn it. It's going to fly up and away.
No, you're not.
Use your reaction. Go for it. Reactive strike.
Well, hero point.
Hero point.
I might as well use it.
38.
That's critical hit.
27,
That's a
28.
critical hit.
That's a critical hit.
Which means you ain't flying nowhere, fam. Get your ass back over here.
Let's see. Maybe you can finish it. Topple it off the ledge.
That'll be 30 points. Slashing damage.
That won't do it. Good catch. And your sword cuts deep and gravely injuring this creature as it begins to take flight and flap its wings. And it pulls itself to the opposite side. The other one, on the other hand, is going to take a shot at the elf.
Which one?
That one.
Okay.
37 is a critical hit against Thelsaria.
Yeah, I was gonna say her armor class is 26, so that's definitely a hit.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see, is she flying? No, she's not. All right. Well, that means you're going to have some cover. So let me see. What did I roll? What did I roll? 37?
Yeah.
Yeah, 37. 35 against 26. Needed a 36. It did not get a critical hit. You lucked out. You lucked out. So 58 halved is going to be 20, 2.5 and 4. 3, 4, 4. 29. 29 points of damage is what you actually take. Boy, you lucked out on that. I gave you the cover for this solid table in the front because she's not flying. She can't see over it as well. So it is blocking. Wow, you lucked out on that one. Because it did more than enough to drop you down to dead. Okay, it's going to fly 10 feet. And this time it's going to shoot at Bjorn. Who won't get as much of a bonus to his armor class. Wow. 35 total is going to be 27. 37, it's not critical. It's going to be damage normal against Bjorn. 20 points. And that's it. We're going to go to Felsaria. Now, in a way, you feel relieved. She feels relieved at this point because the nearest threat has fell back, and they both look gravely injured. So, after dodging out of the way of this flaming arrow, maybe you're ducking behind it. You're not prone, but you're ducking behind this arch. You're out of ammo. You have your sword, which you can wing at the enemy. You don't have many options at this point. You see Karma making her way, struggling up the steps, prone. You see Bjorn being valorous in battle, magic enveloping him. He's glowing at this stage. He's ready to rock. And of course, you see Cypher, kind of back pressed against the wall, eyeing up the situation, not sure if she should move in or run or continue with the spells. Magic missile. What do you do, Felsaria?
I have an idea.
Huh, they both have exactly the same hit points.
Belsaria is going to
They're both
get up on... Alright, she's going to get up on the altar. One movement. Second action, she's going to use her throwing longsword at the one that's 20 feet from her. That one right there.
Good catch.
And she's going to throw her longsword at it.
Okay. So make your attack with the... Just the sword. You're going to get a +1 on top of whatever the result is. Okay, 23, 24. You got a 24. That is going to miss. The sword comes back to you.
Alright, third and final action, she's gonna drop back down behind the altar and just duck down.
Okay, you'll have some cover there. Cypher.
How things have changed between the last round and now.
Yep, I'm getting it.
I need to refresh this.
Actually, oop! I don't want to move me. I want to. Well. She's going to cast telekinetic projectile. Just get one of these thick candles and launch it at this one here.
Go ahead and make the roll. I can't see it. I have to refresh.
There you go.
Oh,
Got a
34.
34.
34, that's going to be... I think it was, what, 26? Was it 26?
Because it's still off guard.
Mm-hmm.
So 36 would be critical.
Close.
I'll double check it when I get in here, but yeah, that's going to be at least a hit.
I did 21 damage.
Not enough to kill it.
It's near death and 21 damage didn't kill it?
I know what it has.
Gee.
I know what it has. Which one was it? The
Um,
one in the front or the one further back?
The one that's glowing. It was the one
All right.
closest to us.
All right. Let me double check this. Yeah, it says you hit by +7.
Alright, so she's going to bestow upon her teammates here some more courage. This way, should they hit, they also deal, +1 to hit, +1 to damage. So every damage counts.
Okay. Yeah, that off guard. That's from that critical specialization that applies
Yes,
till
sir.
when? Till when does that? When does
My
that go?
round. And my turn coming up here.
Okay, gotcha. Nice. All right, Cypher, you're done.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna go to Karma. Any offensive ability whatsoever? Anything?
Yeah, I do. Let's see.
Scream profanities, intimidate.
So, one of them is closer to us and is more near death than the other one.
Yes.
That's what I was wondering. Okay, got it. That one. Okay. So the one that Kyle just pinged.
If you hover your mouse over it, you should be able to see its health bar.
It won't show me. It won't show me either of them.
Does it
It
show?
just says near death.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to cast Needle Darts.
Ooh.
And here goes.
We did 27. Oh,
Oh well. Well, it was a cantrip. I could do it 2 more times. Might as well.
you're -5 on the second one.
Is it? Oh,
It counts as an attack.
Mhm.
Spell attack as the attack trait. So you'd have a -5 to this. So go ahead and we'll just roll it and supply.
no, I'm not going to do it with a -5. I'll just use my last heal on Bjorn.
Don't forget Delsaria. She's really bad off too. Got 2
Yeah,
wounded
but-
warriors.
Luckily, she can be at a distance.
28 points. Yeah, should have no more ammo.
Well,
20 feet with the sword. That's your range. Long sword attack with a 20-foot range. Yeah!
28, that's it.
28 points.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to Bjorn.
All right, I'm gonna take 2 actions. I'm gonna walk across this lava, and I'm gonna go get me.
You are.
then my last action, I'm gonna give it to Bean,
Which one?
and that is a critical hit.
Critical hit. All right, roll it. It's got 8 hit points.
That is going to be 40 points of magical damage. And as this creature just sees Bjorn in this such an enraged state, just come walking across the lava, put his hand on the top of her head, and just decapitate her.
No, sister.
And he's going to actually show the severed head to the other creature before he kicks the body into the lava. That you had your chance for mercy.
And its lips are still moving. You try to intimidate it? Demoralize it?
I don't have any actions.
Oh, okay. Worth a try. Alright, so
Yeah.
you're done?
I'm just kind of like a role play thing, but yeah, Bjorn is going to actually present the head to the creature.
Alright. Did you use your reaction? No, you didn't. Damn it. Damn it. Boy, you've got it in a situation now. I was gonna dimension.
Using it?
I was gonna be dimensioning door. Vroom. And appearing behind Karma. Vroom. But that would be a reaction from you.
Mm-hmm.
Might even disrupt it with a critical success. If I
And it
move,
draws
same thing.
Yep, and if it draws the longsword again, yeah.
I think it's funner to try the dimension door. So if you want to use your reaction against its spell, if you get a critical, you nullify the spell. It's going to try and dimension door.
Hit normal.
Normal? Alright, you don't disrupt the spell. Go ahead and do your damage.
15 points slashing.
It has 29. I was thinking you're going to kill it. Nope. So dimension door goes through. Let me go to the spell real quick. Dimension door, where are you? At will cast. Yes, we will cast it. 120 foot range. Well, here's something interesting. Opening a door that bypasses normal space. You instantly transport yourself and any items you're wearing and holding in your current space to a clear space within range. If this would bring another creature with you, even if you're I could have really tried something and dropped you into the lava with dimension door.
Airwalk.
I could have taken you with me. You would have dimension doored underneath the lava. Your airwalk would mean nothing. I could have done that. But I'd have to grapple you. I'd have a way of doing it. But that's not what I'm doing. I was just reading it saying, oh, that would be cool. So it appears over here's. And that's it. Because I think that's 2 actions. Yes. So it's finished as it tries to make a quick escape in a way, or is it trying to slay one of the weaker characters? It senses death is near. It looks upon Karma. We're going to find out. Thalsaria, you're up.
Just as she watches the creature vanish, she's going to immediately start looking around. And as she turns around and then she sees the creature appear behind Karma, she's instantly going to yell at Karma to duck, and she's going to throw her long sword at it.
No problem. She's already prone. Go ahead and wing it.
Alright.
Okay, this is it. Come on, Ranger. 21. Are we using the right modifier here? Let me look at your character. Actions. What you should be doing is making a ranged attack, not a melee attack. It's a ranged attack, so you're going to get a plus 18 to this, not a 17. That's what the plus 1 was about. So,
Yeah.
you got a 21, so it's actually a 22. which is nowhere near what you need to hit. Seems like you're missing one of your feats that you should be using to get a bonus. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look. But that's a miss. Sword comes back to
Gonna
you.
try again.
Go for it.
$24.
So 24 with a +1. You get a +1 on this. 25. Nope. You need a 29.
One more shot.
You're gonna need a 20. Natural 20. So this long sword is just going. Nope. Natural 1.
Son of a bitch.
All right. So
Wow,
that failed.
you jinxed it, Fritz. You jinxed it.
I did. It was terrible. Cypher, what are you gonna do?
Hopefully she kills it.
Set out a picnic basket and
Little spread.
little spread. Yeah, we got some candles here. No, speaking of candles, yeah, she's going to pick another one up using telekinetic projectile and hopefully take this other one down.
Is that what you're throwing at it? Candles?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Get him, Cypher. Get him!
Some,
Thump.
Fight her on the damn ankle if you have to.
Nope, it's a 29.
I'll use my hero point to reroll that. Reroll hero point.
26. You can't hurt me. You will pay. You killed my sister. Okay, you done?
No, I still have one action and
You guys are drained. Let me see, is this one?
I'm going to drop my whip and quick draw my long silver sword.
Oh.
Or silver longsword and strike. Good luck.
2.
Oh, it was totally on a 20 and then rolled back. What a team.
That made me sick.
I'm gonna have to email Foundry and or
That
Dice
made
So
me
Nice.
sick. Like I was getting ready to just shout, "Yay, Karma got it!" Well, not Karma, but yay, Cypher got it. Nope. It just rolled over at the last second.
Last second.
All right, well that's that.
All right, Karma. It's right in front of you. It's looking bad with
All right.
14 hit points.
I'm
29,
gonna hit it.
29 armor class.
I'm probably not going to hit it, but I'm gonna try to hit it. So I'll use an action to pick up my longsword since I dropped it, and I'll use another action to stand up. Can I pick up my longsword and my shield at the same time?
Nope.
Oh. Cool.
Well, you can, but it takes another action. 22.
Oh well.
No, that's
That's
okay.
my turn.
All right. Gonna go to Bjorn.
All right, 2 actions. I'm going to share a spot with Karma here.
Make sure you take away the -10.
Yep. 2 actions gets me right in Karma Square.
So 15 and 15 will be 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there you are. Uh-oh, here it comes.
That's it.
That's a hit. 14
That's
hit
going to
points.
be 10 points of damage.
Oh, it's got 14 hit points. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
-10.
All I can do.
All right. You're all tangled up in that hair. All right. It's got 4
But I
hit
do have
points.
my reaction back, so if it goes to move,
Oh, it ain't moving. It ain't moving.
or if it goes to draw a weapon,
All right, you're in the same square with Karma. You're going to be off guard when you're sharing a space. That's my house rule.
yep.
We've been doing that forever. Works. All right, so no, it's not moving. Instead, it's gonna flaming longsword Cypher. Ugh, 40. That is a
No.
critical hit on Cypher, who has 78 hit points. 42.
Nice.
42, and you are on fire. Second attack, Bjorn. Good move putting yourself there to protect Karma.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right, so you're off guard.
Mhm.
Here comes the attack. 32.
Not critical.
Okay, normal damage. 23.
Roger that.
Final attack. Karma, give me a number between 1 and 6.
4.
Let me roll this privately. Okay, so this one I'll make public. There's a 1 in 2 chance she's going to finish off Karma. No. But instead, Bjorn getting in the way distracts it enough to absorb its final blow. So, its third and final attack with its flaming longsword is on Bjorn. Here it comes, Bjorn. 24.
Yes.
That is a miss. Its turn is done. Thalsaria. Now, if you want to just attack from that position, it's going to have an armor class bonus. It's going to have a +2 in its armor class. There's bodies in the way. You can move to get a clear shot if you want to. And you'll still have 2 actions left to attack it with your sword. You don't have to throw it. You could actually attack this in melee if you choose. It's looking close to death. It's literally at 4 hit points.
She'll move.
You have a 40 stride, so you can get behind it and flank it at the same time. Excellent move. There's no reaction from it. It's now off guard, so it's going to be a little bit easier to hit. Go ahead and make your attack.
.29.
29. That's definitely going to hit. It's 27 off guard, so roll your damage. Guess what?
I love
11 points. Describe how you finish off this creature with grace as only an elf can do.
As she's moving up the stairs, seeing how the creature, if it tried to move, would basically be at Bjorn mercy or be at Cyber's mercy, she's instantly doing a what I would describe as a graceful but deadly spin. And as she does, she's arcing it upward in a way that not only does it cut straight through its body, but also slices the head completely in half.
Right to the bone.
Before it splits and hits the ground.
With a splat, a sickening splat, Cypher, a sickening one. Well, congratulations. That was excellent. You finished them off. You've got the shard. You finished them off. You really did well. That was a close fight. Fantastic. You killed the sisters.
Yeah, my dice finally woke up.
Yep. Good move. Lots of good heroics at the end there with Bjorn zipping across. Great thinking from Cypher early on and in the middle of the session. Karma laying out the healing left and right, keeping Bjorn alive. That was good. And the ranger spent all of her ammo. Don't worry, I'll fill you in. But yeah, spent all your ammo shooting at this relatively ineffectively. Wasn't as effective as I'd hoped it would be. But you put in the finishing blow. Very good.
Well, thank gosh that's over.
Yeah,
It was a close one.
yeah, that was severe. That was a severe encounter. You guys weathered that without a death. Like, yeah, kinda. Did have 2 characters die, but came back.
Yeah, but those critical hits turned in.
Yeah, that's what did it. Yeah.
After I got that first crit, it was like, yeah, baby. Come at me now, you son of a bitch. Come at me.
Yeah, great.
Technically, I have like that persistent damage. Should I a recovery?
Go ahead and make a roll. Just one. Alright, take damage. Give yourself D10 damage. Let me roll it. Because I ain't in
Okay.
combat. We'll take this extra. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba, 10. And then the fires go out. I think everybody else is good. Let me check Karma. You did good, Karma. You can get yourself back up. Soothe. I guess it says 3 rounds remaining. What is that for? Anything important, or can we get rid of that? +2.
Oh,
status
Soothe
bonus.
was for the +2 bonus against mental effects for 1 minute.
The snare we'll get rid of. Okay. Alright,
Yeah.
that's good. So everybody's where you need to be now. When we pick up next week, keep in mind you're wounded. This is a really dangerous position to be in when you're wounded with the remaster, because that frickin' value adds to your dying when you fail a recovery roll. So it could literally kill you. So you need to get rid of that. And the way to get rid of wounded condition is to get first aid. That's the immediate way to get rid of it. Medicine checks. Magic won't do it unless you're completely healed, and then rest afterwards for a certain length of time. 10 minutes? I don't know. But that's how that works. So keep that in mind. And we'll leave the session here where you guys have the shard. And yeah, congratulations. You did good in that one. That was a great fight. I couldn't kill yous. I couldn't kill at least one of ya. No, didn't happen. Thelsaria, you do know of a location where there's lots of ammunition, so don't worry about that, because you've been here. You know the ins and outs. And she would share this with you guys, so if you need ammo, she knows a little stash. I could take you there. So keep that in mind in the next session. So I guess with that, we'll call it. Let's do our outros. Tell me what you thought about the game. Let's start with Rachel, our bard. What'd you think, Rachel?
It was a good session, and I'm only saying that because we're alive.
And that's all that matters.
And that's all that matters. Definitely saw where we could use some, like, kind of backup. I will definitely admit that instead of healing Karma, Cypher definitely went in for the kill. Obviously, she wasn't anywhere near getting that, but she kind of got maybe power hungry and was like, I can do this, I can do this, and then, you know, her magic just failed her. And it almost cost the few lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bjorn's still raging at that, so he ain't speaking at the moment.
How is your spells, Cypher? Did you really drain your coffers there with spell slots?
Yeah, I still have 4 spells left, but it's all rank 1, rank 2. Yeah, everything was used on Soothe. So Cypher could be just as mad back at Bjorn, like, you know, maybe we could have done a little bit better if we weren't just raising you from the dead every moment.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, but without a fighter, that would have been just a shit show.
No comment.
Yeah, no. Without that there, and especially without that teamwork, oh my god, that would have been brutal.
Do you think, Cypher, anything would have been a useful spell you should have had prepared for this? I don't think it matters for you. You're not a prepared spellcaster, right?
Yeah, I'm not a prepared spellcaster. I think with Airwalk, I might not have needed like right now on my list I have Fly. I ended up just completely ignoring that because we didn't really need it since half of everything we were doing was ranged. And Airwalk was already casted from the very beginning.
Yeah, that's a good spell. Alright, what'd you think, Karma? Get a little demoralized later on in the session there, get you a little shaken.
Yeah, definitely an emotion-packed session. Real nail-biter. And I mean, we did everything we possibly could do. I have one spell left. So I'm definitely tapped out. I don't think I could have done anything different. But I'm glad we made it through.
Yeah. That was a severe encounter, which means somebody's likely to go down. And that's a tough one. So, but that didn't happen. And that's partly due to the fact that there was so much healing coming from the dedicated cleric. Otherwise, somebody would have died, including the cleric, which would have been a terrible tragedy. Might have cost the whole group their lives. How about you, Kyle?
I mean, you know, my rolls finally showed up. We started getting critical hits, and that kind of turned the tide. Me kind of being out there that way, I could soak up all the damage there. Kept a lot of more damage off of a lot of the others. You know, especially keeping a lot of damage off Cypher, keeping a lot of damage off. Sorry, but I can't pronounce that name, so I'm just going to say what's her guts for now. The other elf.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Got it. And, you know, tried to mitigate it with karma as best I could, but I just, you know, they got around me. And, but yeah, I mean, rolls came alive and we just started kind of pinpointing which one to go for. Airwalk came in clutch on that one. Definitely Airwalk came in real clutch on that one. I don't think I could have done that one with just a normal fly and still had the action economy that I did. And definitely having that crisp critical hit and then dropping them off guard whenever I do get the critical hit, that came in helpful.
Mm-hmm. You're deadly when you get into close range like that. I can't do anything without a freaking reaction.
Yep.
At least one reaction, which is frustrating for the monsters. What about you, Dizzy? What did you think? It was your first go in a while.
I mean, the ammo was rather crippling to Thalsaria. I got a few hits here and there, but something that was pointed out to me during the session as we got close to the end, instead of Thalsaria jumping up on the altar to try and hit one of the sisters, she could have turned around and used battle medicine on Karma to get her back on her feet, which I agree completely she should have done, but she was so focused on
Karma was demoralized. She didn't know what to do.
Thalsaria was focused on trying to help the group, but
She was trained.
she was more focused on trying to try and even the field for the frontline fighter, so he didn't have so much to take care of. But yeah, she should have used battle medicine on Karma in hindsight. So that was a fail on my end.
That's all right. You got plenty of battle medicine skills to use in the future. The only thing I'd say about the Ranger, she didn't do as well as I'd hoped. Some of her rolls were terrible. Terrible. You could have easily got some critical strikes there, done more damage than some of those rolls, but that's fate for you. That's the die. That's just luck. But yeah. All right, so yeah, I enjoyed that. That was really tight, really close battle. It was a severe encounter, so it should have been pretty tight and tough, and it was. So that worked out pretty good. I'm happy with that. And yeah, folks, we're going to be back next week, and we're going to have another episode of Madness and see where they go next. There's more threats. Actually, you guys got all the shards you need, right? I think you got 4.
Well, that makes 4. Yeah.
You got 1 from the cherub dude, 1 from the guy with the furnace, one from these sisters, and then where's the 4th one?
Oh, so we only have 3 then.
I think we only have 3 unless you guys grabbed one when I wasn't here.
No, we didn't engage anybody else with the shard.
No.
Yes, we only have 3.
We'll double check that, but I think it's 3. Well, that's okay. You gotta keep on searching. I don't know where to's next. Well, actually, I do know where next. All right, we'll call it there, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again next time. Remember, folks, hang in there. It's only gonna get better. Can't wait. We'll see you guys soon.